Hi guys, Christina here. Today on It Is a Keeper, I'm showing you how to make 30-minute porchetta pork chops. These pork chops are bursting with flavor from my homemade porchetta seasoning. And then they're coated in this bright lemony sauce that will make you want to lick the plate clean. And the best part is they're easy enough for a busy weeknight, but impressive enough for company. So make sure you click on the red subscribe button below so that you're notified when I share new recipes. And as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Ready to get started? Let's make some pork chops. All right, so to start making our porchetta pork chops, we have to season the pork. So here I have some thin, boneless pork chops. And that's really one of my quick cooking secrets, is to use thinly sliced pork chops. So I bought these already sliced thin. But you can, if you get them thicker, you can always cut them down yourself. So I'm going to just put a coating of my house seasoning blend on there just to get some seasoning. So I'm going to add my porchetta seasoning on top of the house seasoning blend. And this is just a fantastic mixture of fennel and garlic and onion, all kinds of great flavors. And you can get the recipe in the video description below, but we want to put a nice thick coating of this porchetta seasoning on all of the pork chops. So I'm going to go pretty heavy with it and really just kind of press it into the meat. Let me get a little more here. All right, get it all pressed in there. This adds so much flavor. Now I'm going to flip my pork chops over onto this dish, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, put that here. So I'm going to get the house seasoning on top. And then nice and heavy coating of the porchetta blend. So you can buy porchetta seasoning at the store, or it's just as easy to make it from scratch yourself. It's a super simple recipe and it's good on so many things. I've used it in burgers, I've even used it on chicken, I've used it on everything. It's just a great seasoning blend. Okay, a little bit more on that guy. I go pretty heavy because you know when you have porchetta, that outside is seasoned pretty heavily. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to get these seared in a skillet, and then we're going to make that luscious sauce to go on top of it. So we will get a little bit of olive oil going in our skillet, and we're going to get this nice and hot before we add our pork chops. Okay, so our pan is nice and hot. We're going to add the pork chops. You want to hear that sizzle as you put them in. Nice browning. So what exactly is porchetta? Well, porchetta is a fatty, boneless pork roast that is heavily salted and seasoned with garlic, rosemary, fennel, and other spices. We can thank the Italians for bringing porchetta to us. And I remember the first time that I actually had it. I was a little girl, my grandparents took me to our local Italian festival. I tried porchetta for the first time and have loved it ever since. As with most Italian dishes, the recipe varies based on the region. In the US, it's often referred to as roast pork, and it's served on a sandwich with greens and provolone cheese. These look fantastic, and they smell even better. You guys, I wish these videos could be 4D and you could smell this. It's so good in here. Okay, looks like the other side of our pork chops are done. So I'm just going to pull these out onto a plate. And we're going to move on with the recipe right now. I'm just going to turn the heat down in the skillet. I don't want it too hot. And I'm going to add some butter. Now you'll notice there's all these browned bits in the bottom, and we want that for our sauce. I'm going to add some butter here, get that melted. And we're going to add chicken broth, and that's going to help deglaze. Woo, there it goes. That's going to help deglaze the skillet and get all those brown bits off the bottom. That's where the flavor is hiding for this sauce. Now we're gonna add some even more flavor. This is a garlic slicer. So to this gadget, I'm just going to add a couple whole cloves of garlic in there. I'm gonna put the plunger in the top, and when you twist it, you get beautiful slices. You see them there? Beautiful slices of garlic. So we don't want it minced, we just want the slices in this recipe. I love this guy, and you can find the link in the video description below. So we'll get the garlic going in there, and we're gonna add our pork chops back in. And we'll let them cook in this sauce to finish through. So I'm gonna add the pork chops and any of the juices that have accumulated on the plate, put that right back into the skillet. And just let it do its thing for a little while. You can see it nice and thick in here. We're gonna pull our pork chops out and finish the sauce. Oh, it looks perfect here. It's nice and thick. I'm just gonna go through and try to scrape up the last of these bits on the bottom. And to brighten it up and add a little acidity, I'm gonna give a squirt of lemon juice here. And I'm just catching the seeds in my hand, using my hand like a sieve. Now there's not a lot of sauce in there, so you really don't need too much lemon juice, so maybe about half a lemon. It just wakes everything up. All right, it's time to plate this up. Let's see what we have. I'm just going to drizzle that over top of the pork chops, all those cloves of garlic, get that flavor out of there. There we go. This looks incredible, and it smells even better. I cannot wait to dive in. All right, our pork chops are ready, and I cannot wait to dive into these. The smell is incredible. I can smell the fennel and the garlic and the rosemary. I'm just gonna cut a piece off of this one here. Ooh, that's perfectly cooked. I'm gonna hit some of that bright lemony sauce on the side, and let's see what we have. The flavor here is incredible, and the texture from that thick porchetta seasoning that we put on these pork chops, this took no time at all to make, but is sure to impress your family and friends. You need to give this recipe a try. Thanks for watching. You can get the full printable recipe in the video description below. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss a single thing, and check out the rest of my videos where you can find more of my favorite easy recipes and quick tips. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.